Hello, good morning. Today I'm going to be building a cleaning cart. I looked around and I could not find a cleaning cart that would work for me. I clean different commercial buildings on different weekend days. Some I clean a couple times a month, some I clean once a month, but all of the carts I found were either too expensive and didn't really have the features I was looking for, or cheap, but cheap, like the you get what you pay for type thing. So I thought I would make my own. When I took my first cleaning job, that company already had their own cleaning cart. Their cart is like a $400 metal cart. It's got shelves. It's got a bar to hold on to while you push it. It's very, very heavy. And the top of it is flat where I put a small garbage can, but it doesn't have a place for garbage. It doesn't really have a place to maximize supplies because the shelves are actually from bottom to top. They're not as tall as I need them to be for some of the bottles and cleaners. So what ends up happening is I make multiple trips back to their restock closet where they keep paper towels and toilet paper. And my other cleaning job is actually 3 stories. It's an office building. There's about 5 bathrooms. There's a kitchen. And in that building, originally I was only on the first level. And I cleaned about 3 desk spaces, a bathroom, and then generally, the floor. And then they added more duties to that job. So then I moved up to the second level as well when they made some renovations. And when they did that, I was doing 2 bathrooms and 2 or 3 bathrooms and a kitchen, plus another stairwell went up, and I was doing that whole floor, basically mopping the floor in the desk area. So what I have for that building at that time was one of those carry things. It's heavy. It has 6 individual cubbies in it where you could put a bottle of cleaner, a bottle of Lysol wipes. I find myself making more trips than necessary, and it wears me out. Cleaning is hard enough. It's like 5 hours there. So after all this running back and forth to the supply closet, up and down the stairs and everywhere, I'm beat. I come home and just want to crash. Then they added more duties. This year in 2026, I've been cleaning since 2017, by the way. And now I have to carry everything. Like I have to carry a vacuum, mop, my garbage, my carry-all thing, all my cleaners, and I have to carry all that plus the extra toilet paper, paper towels, and stuff like that up this very tiny, narrow staircase. So I thought, you know what, now is the time to make a cleaning cart. I've been putting it off. I didn't really know what to do or what I wanted. I kind of got an idea in my head, and it's more imperative now that I have to go up to this way top attic space. And that way I figured out, okay, I know the tiny little staircase, how wide it is. I need something that I can transport up there, something better than my carry-all I have now, but something not very wide that can double as a cleaner holder and all the paper towel, toilet paper holder, and garbage holder, and a holder from my mop in Swiffer's. And that's when I came up with this idea. First, I bought this laundry basket, but they come with a set of wheels, and I have one for my house, and they're great. I put it under the dryer when I'm done with laundry. I put all the clothes in here, and I wheel it over to a table to fold them. So I thought, you know what? Let me start with this. This will be the actual cart because it does come on wheels, and it's light enough. You see I'm picking it up here. It's light enough for me to pick up and transport up a flight of stairs. The next thing, I bought these little clips. These were a few dollars. I don't remember how much. They're much smaller than I thought, though. I thought these were the bigger ones. And I'm going to put them over in here, hanging off of these, so my Swiffer poles hang down. This is a set of closet organizers. Now, the first thing I saw on the Walmart website was a baby diaper stacker over the door. It's $10. They have them in stock, at least in my Walmart. And I thought about that, but I measured it against the size of this laundry basket. And these aren't things that I had in front of me. These are things that were coming in the mail because I ordered them online. And I thought, you know what? That's not going to work. The baby stacker was actually too small or too long. I forget now which for the basket. So I found this. And what's nice about this product is it's one giant over the door hanger with shelves, but in the middle there's a zipper. So it actually divides into 2 parts. And when I looked at the measurements, I said, you know what? We're going to have half of it is going to hang over this side and the other half is going to hang over this side. And in order to accomplish that, I did buy some of these cable ties. I call them zip ties. Jax just jumped up here. Hi, Jax. Are you going to help me build this? Oh, what a good baby. So when I went looking for the carts, I found a cart that was $75 and it was very reasonable. They had other ones just like it that were more. They were 120, 150. It's plastic. It seemed to be lightweight, and it had a dedicated garbage can already attached. It had a shelf, but it just didn't have all the other room I needed for all the cleaning supplies, because the whole point is I no longer want to be racing around to get cleaning supplies and excess toilet paper, paper towels, and all that for 3 levels of building and 5 bathrooms and a kitchen. So let me unfold this and show you how nice this is. It's so cool. I mean, there's so many uses for this, really. Look at this thing. And it's giant. It's like 5 feet tall. So the top of it has plastic pockets. And this is where you would hang it over a door, which is actually its purpose. And then there's like this pocket. It pops out. It's nice and roomy inside. And then it just goes on from there. There's more pockets. But then right here is where it unzips in half. So I'm going to use 1/2 for each side of my new cleaning cart. And then this part that I just unzipped from it, the bottom part, also has the over-the-door things. So if you just wanted one long one, you could keep it zipped. If you wanted to separate it, you could do that too. Now I'll have a nice cleaning cart that holds all of my supplies. I don't have to run down 3 levels 18 times to get the toilet paper and paper towel refills. It's got plenty of shelves. It does come with the over-the-door things. So you can see how they're squared off at the top. But the laundry basket I used is very thin at the top. It's not a door. If you look on the back, it's all Velcro. They're self-stick and they Velcro. So if it is over the door, it sticks to the door. If it is the laundry cart, I can Velcro it to stay put so it's not flopping all over the place as I'm moving it. You know, I'm picking it up and carrying it up and down the stairs. It's not moving all over the place. What's the best way to start here? I definitely want to put the wheels on first, because if I don't, then I'm going to have everything I've already assembled and then tip it over with to put the wheels on. I don't want to do that. So I'm going to put the wheels on first. I think, do these just pop in? So that's what they look like. Yeah, they're cheap little wheels. But you know what? This isn't really going to be one of those things that I need to wheel around. I'm going to be mostly picking it up. Yeah, these just push right in. I'm just pushing them in. They don't screw in or anything. They just pop right in. And that's what that looks like. Because I just held it up to the basket, I realized it's pretty much the same length. So I'm going to have to fold this over the top of the laundry basket in order to secure it. I didn't know that. When I measured, you know, it was close, but I figured it would work out. It's only going to work out if I fold that over the top. Otherwise, it's going to drag on the floor, which I don't want to have happen. Because once I secure the zip ties, of course, I'm not going to want to flip it over and do it from the cart. So I want to do it in a nice flat surface from the table here. And you just basically take the Velcro strip that they give you and you just place it on top of the Velcro that's already there. And then this will stick to the cart. You want to do that on both sides. Yeah, if I started with the zip ties first, this would have been a kind of a nightmare. Okay, so now I did that. That was real quick, painless, very easy. And then, of course, I'm going to fold this over and I'm going to zip tie. I'm going to see how this goes. Now, of course, I haven't done this before. This is all like raw footage of me trying to be a genius, you know, so we're going to see how genius this works out. And I went through the grommet and then I went over the top and under the closest little grid piece there. And then now I have plenty of room to tighten my cable tie. And you want to get it nice and tight down. And then same thing with the other side. See if I can repeat myself. Okay, so I did that side. Okay, so that's side one. You can see how that looks. And then, of course, you put the shelf inserts in. actually, I didn't even do the Velcro yet. Okay, so here's the Velcro. And what I propose, I don't know if that's actually going to work. Might not work. I don't know. Because it's like a grid. How fun is this? Now I have a cart with pockets on one side. And of course, I'm going to do the other side now. So now we have this side, and we're going to do the same steps again with the Velcro. I'm also going to attach these for my Swiffer poles. So these have clip things that you press in. But I thought that would be really cool just to hang here. So I got my wipes. These here are called E-Cloths. They're a Swedish company. You can get them online, E-Cloth, E-C-L-O-T-H. And I use the mop heads, and I use the cleaning systems. It's a terry cloth, and it's a silky cloth. The silky cloth should not be wet. You wet the terry cloth with just water, no cleaner. You wash shower doors, windows, mirrors, anything like that. These, the silky ones, wipe off the wet streak-free. So you never have to use Windex or anything on your glass. On shower doors, it works on soap scum. I have my Swiffer heads that I use. These are going to be going on that thing. Because it won't fit on the thick part of the basket. I just found this in my garage workbench. See, that's a bigger one, and it's definitely going to hold all my Swiffers instead of this little tiny one. And I'll probably be able to position it higher up on the cart so my Swiffers don't hang down too low. And you know, it's aggravating because I spent way too much money on this little tiny clip. But I'm sure I'll find a use for it some other place. Now I can use this big one. Okay. It sticks off the side like this. It doesn't hang down. That's okay because now I can hang all my Swiffers off of it. I probably have an extra one at the other cleaning cart because I bought those to hang my Swiffers. But I didn't even think about that. I just bought this little one thinking it was bigger because the picture online made it look bigger. Okay, so now we have the Swiffers hanging. I can figure out all my supplies and then put them in by height, department, you know, like bathroom, kitchen, office. This was the other one. This is a Sterlite, and it's 17 long by 8 high Sterlite Ultra. That's what this one was. There's lots and lots of glass to clean at this place. Unlike the other building, there's a lot of glass there too, but their entrance is different. This place has 4 huge glass doors. It takes me a good 20 minutes to clean the whole foyer. It's crazy because I got to do all the glass doors. They're huge. And then I have to do like the inside, their decorations, a little, you know, table. They have some sconces on the wall as you walk in. And then they have a slate floor and a rug there. So I have to do all that. That little tiny space takes me forever because of the glass. And then this was the little basket I used for excess that I kept in the foyer. So if I needed more cleaners, extra whatever, I would go back to the foyer to get this in whatever was in this. So this is going to alleviate all of that. This is a 33-gallon garbage bag. I might have to get bigger bags. I don't know. Okay. I'm impressed so far. So 33-gallon fits over this basket. Now I have to see what spaces I have and what cleaning supplies I need to bring. These are plastic. What I'm going to use those for is after I clean, any of the dirties will go in these. So I'm not junking up the rest of the nice shelving with wet, dirty towels. As you see, there's generous room in between the shelves. It should hold generous sized bottles there in between that are taller. And I also go through a lot of these little room sprays. This is going to be the dry side. So what I'm thinking is we have the Swiffers. Now, you know, I might just keep everything in the plastic bags because I don't want, what if something gets these wet? I am going to be working in water, bathrooms, kitchens. I'm just going to keep them in the bag. I'm not going to take them out and then put them right next to the Swiffer heads. And then I have all these paper towels. Now, the one thing I will say is when I restock from their cabinet, I restock toilet paper and large rolls of paper towels that look like this for their bathrooms. So I do have to keep that in mind because I'm going to need, that was one of the points of this, to have everything in one place so I'm not running around and making a bunch of trips everywhere. I have a whole shelf, you know, for their toilet paper. I have toilet paper in my little thing over here. Let's see. Let's see what happens if I just take, these are my home toilet papers, but just see if I put them in here, what happens. Oh, you know what else I could do? I just thought of this. I don't even need to do all this. You know why? Let's think this one through. I can actually load under the garbage, so I can definitely have storage under here, because after all, my mop is going in here too. So it stands up in here. So I don't have to have a separate hand for every single thing. So I'm not going to worry about space needed for toilet paper and paper towels, because that's where it's going to go, in the bottom of the hamper, under the garbage bag. That's perfect, actually. And because the other side is all wet stuff and it's already full, I can actually put my soaps in here. That takes 5 soaps. Alrighty, I finished filling the cart with all my supplies. Let's see how it turned out. I can just take the garbage bag off to put the extra toilet paper, paper towels underneath the garbage. The hamper will have room for extra supplies in the bottom of it. So the true test is to see if my plan worked. I need to find out if I can lift this all at once, or if I have to go back to the old system of individual bins and everything separate. I hope I don't. Worst case scenario, if I can't lift this, if it's more weight than I can lift, I can take some of the supplies out and put them in the bins and carry them in separately. And I really don't want to do that though, because the 3rd floor and the 2nd floors all use the same cleaning stuff. The 1st floor does too, but it also uses different stuff. I don't really want to have to switch them out every floor, is my point. I want one and done. So let's test it out. Can I lift it? I don't know. We'll see. All right, here we go. Oh, it's got 2 nice handles, 2 sturdy handles on each side of the actual hamper. And of course, I'm going to be lifting it from the ground. I wouldn't be lifting it off of a table in real application, you know. Oh yeah, that's not bad at all. So I don't know what this weighs, but I can easily carry this. Easily. And it's not that wide, so I can still go up that narrow staircase with it. Oh, this is great. Imagine that. I no longer have to lug around 8 things in the car or carry 8 things and I only have 2 hands. No, this is great. This works out really well, actually. So there you have it. Everything in one place. I can carry it around, and when I get tired, I can set it down and wheel it. It really doesn't get any better than that. I'm super excited to clean again when I go next time. I don't have to go for a couple of weeks. I'm doing the other job when they already have the cart in their building. So I'm doing that in the 4th of July weekend. But at least now I'm all set to go for my next cleaning job there. Thanks so much for watching and working with me today. Take care.